Let's talk about why giving fewer might be the best thing you ever do. In The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Mark Manson throws out the sugar-coated self-help playbook. Instead, he serves up a raw truth. Life's full of problems, and you get to pick which ones are worth your energy. Imagine this. You're bombarded daily with messages telling you to be happier, be richer, be perfect. Manson says that's nonsense. Chasing constant positivity just reminds you how you're falling short. Instead, embrace the mess. Take Charles Bukowski, the infamous drunk poet. His tombstone reads, "Don't try." Why? Because he succeeded by being unflinchingly honest about his flaws, not by forcing himself to fit society's mold. Manson's mantra? Stop chasing happiness, solve meaningful problems, own your choices. And remember, you're wrong about almost everything, and that's okay. Growth means questioning your beliefs, not clinging to them. So, ready to care less about trivial drama and more about what truly fuels your life? This book's your guide. Because in the end, it's not about having no problems, it's about having better problems. Chapter 1. The Feedback Loop from Hell. Let's kick things off with the mind's worst party trick, the feedback loop from hell. You know the drill. You're anxious about being anxious, pissed about being pissed, or guilty about feeling guilty. Manson calls this giving too many and it's exhausting. Social media amplifies this mess, scrolling through highlight reels of everyone's perfect lives. Congrats, you've just compared your blooper reel to their Oscar clip. Here's the fix. Stop fighting the loop. Manson says lean into the suck. Negative emotions aren't failures, they're feedback. Imagine Disappointment Panda, a superhero who slaps you with harsh truths. Your life isn't that bad. You're just whining about Instagram again. Brutal? Yes, liberating. Hell yes. Bottom line, you can't control feeling very bad, but you can control how much you care about feeling that bad. Stop trying to be happy, start trying to be real. Chapter 2. Happiness is a problem, not a goal. Spoiler alert. Happiness isn't a destination. Manson argues it's a byproduct of solving problems. Think about it. You land your dream job, then stress about your boss. You find love, then fight over whose turn it is to do the dishes. Life's a never-ending upgrade from tough problem to better problem. Take Warren Buffett and a homeless guy. Both have money problems. Buffett's just playing a fancier version of the game. The key isn't to eliminate problems, but to pick ones you enjoy solving. Love fitness? Congrats. Your problem is waking up at 5 a.m. to deadlift. Hate your job? Your problem is figuring out what you'd risk failing for. Manson's take: stop chasing happiness like it's a high score. Embrace the grind. Joy isn't found in the absence of conflict. It's in choosing conflicts worth having. Chapter 3. You're not special, and that's okay. Newsflash, you're mediocre? So am I, so is everyone. Manson eviscerates our cultural obsession with exceptionalism. Social media's made us all narcissists, convinced we're the main character. But here's the kicker. The pressure to be extraordinary is making us miserable. Meet Jimmy, the delusional entrepreneur who talks big but lives off his parents' dime. He's the poster child for entitlement, blaming the world for his failures. Contrast him with someone like Pete Best, the Beatles' original drummer. After getting kicked out, he rebuilt his life around family, not fame. Who's happier? Hint: it's not Jimmy. Manson's advice: swap special for self-aware. Growth isn't about being better than others, it's about being better than yesterday's you. Before we dive into why suffering is your new best friend, let's pause for a public service announcement. If you're still here, congrats, you've survived the "you're mediocre" talk. Now do us both a favor, smash that subscribe button. Why? Because let's be real, you're already procrastinating on something important, and my job is to make your avoidance feel productive. Plus, I'll reward you with more uncomfortable truths, win-win. Done? Great, let's get back to the pain. Chapter 4. The Value of Suffering. Suffering's inevitable, but meaningful suffering? That's a superpower. Manson tells the wild story of Hiro Onoda, the Japanese soldier who fought World War II for 30 years after it ended. Why? Because loyalty to a dead empire gave his pain purpose. Or Norio Suzuki, the hippie who hunted Onoda and later died chasing the Yeti. The lesson: don't avoid suffering, redirect it. Like the gym, you choose muscle burn to avoid heart disease or relationships. You endure awkward talks to avoid loneliness. Manson's mantra: don't hope for a life without problems. Hope for a life full of good problems. Chapter 5. Take radical responsibility. Fault is about the past, responsibility is about the now. Manson shares the story of William James, a depressed 19th century philosopher who vowed to take 100% responsibility for his life, even his crippling health issues. That decision sparked a career that revolutionized psychology. Example: if you're robbed, it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility to process the trauma, not wallow in victimhood. Even Malala Yousafzai, shot by the Taliban, chose to weaponize her pain into activism. Manson's rule: blame others for your past, but own your future. Chapter 6. Embrace being wrong. Certainty is a trap. Manson says growth means chipping away at your wrongness. Take Michael Jordan. He missed thousands of shots. Or Meredith Marin, who falsely accused her dad of abuse, then rebuilt her life after admitting she was wrong. Then there's Erin the stalker, who harassed Manson for years, convinced they'd cure death together. Her delusional certainty ruined her life. The takeaway? Doubt everything, especially your beliefs. As Manson says, the more you think you know, the less you actually know. So there you have it. Life's a mess, and that's okay. Stop chasing perfect and start picking better problems. Remember, you're already wrong about most things, including this video. But that's how growth works. Now go give fewer f***s and make them count.